Martial Arts Part 3. I am specifically keeping this to Taekwondo. Alright, just to get that out of the way, this video is specifically about Taekwondo. It's resurgence of Taekwondo, and I want to tell you why. Alright, so one, I follow a lot of people who do Taekwondo on Instagram. I follow a lot of martial artists on YouTube. I'm a martial artist. None of these people are following me, sadly, but I follow the hell out of them. And I want to say this respectfully and as peacefully as possible. I took Taekwondo for one reason. One reason. Sorry, it was not one of my idols, Herb Perez. It was not for him. It was so that I could defeat anybody on earth that knew Taekwondo. Alright? Now, I'm not saying I can do that. But I'm saying I know enough about Taekwondo how to stop it. Taekwondo has become like Wushu, and it's more about flash than technique. Except for when people are having their foot up and they're chopping, and they're spinning in a circle. And that's great for the dojo. Not so great for the streets. And this is the reason why I'm picking on Taekwondo. Is because I can't do that. Okay? Let's keep it real. My broken hip ass can't do the foot chopping thing and spinning in a circle. No, I cannot. But the reason why I took Taekwondo was before Tekken came out. I had seen some Taekwondo stuff before I got into WMAC Masters and started really idolizing all those guys. When I would see Taekwondo stuff, I was like, what the fuck style is that? And someone would say Taekwondo. So I would go to dojos and I would ask about Taekwondo because I wanted to take it because I seen some fancy ass, cool ass, badass fucking shit. And it beats me doing karate. No, karate. So it beats me doing that. So I found Mr. Ennis, and God rest his soul. Found some green belts and black belts, and those guys were great with their forms. Couldn't wait till Friday. Could not wait till Friday and Saturday. Because Friday after school, I had to go to work. But Saturday mornings, we had class. And it was freestyle Saturdays and Fridays. Some Fridays I had to go to work late, so I got to go to those freestyle Friday classes. And this is before he moved over to Cherry Avenue. This is when he was on Grady and when he was downtown. Because he moved to Grady after he was downtown. Downtown we had freestyle Fridays. I hadn't yet started working at Kegler's, so I was like 15, and the dojo was like in walking distance or whatever. I was 15 or 16, I can't remember, but I know that it was downtown. I think there's like a massage parlor there now. But anyway, I went there and I sparred with the black belts and the green belts and shit, and I was winning. And they were like, how do you do that if you don't have a belt? I said, because I never took martial arts for a belt. I took martial arts to learn how to be a better fighter. Yeah, it was simple. Mr. Ennis wasn't really keen on that, but when I went to his school initially, I didn't tell him that. I specifically said, it's a new style, I never heard of it, and I want to learn it. And he's like, why do you want to learn it? I said, well, I need to defend myself, which is your better answer than I need to know how to kick people's ass. Because that answer will probably get you thrown right out the dojo. And there's a video I'm going to make about that after this. So, started learning Taekwondo, and he would correct me. No, James, you're not snapping it out. So that would be like, here, snap out, come back. And we walk up and down the aisles doing that. Then we do axe kicks, and then we do side kicks. And I was learning about all this snapping out. Then we do the snapping punch. So, here, here, here. Now, in Kung Fu, you close on impact. It just depends on who's teaching you what. Or who's teaching you what style of Kung Fu. I don't know why you close on impact, but karate, your fists are always closed. Taekwondo, your fists should be closed. Kempo, your hands are open until you strike. Because I learned my knuckle strikes from my Kempo instructor. Because, hitting these metacarpals and shit, they sting. So when someone throws a punch, and you knuckle strike their shit, and you clutch them right there. Providing that you're fast enough to do that when they're throwing the punch, you gotta be fast. As simple as that, you gotta be fast. So, when I throw the knuckle punches, it's to strike the metacarpals so that I can do some stinging. I could not do San, Tosan, Tungu, none of that shit. Couldn't do any of it. But when we had sparring matches, it was easy for me to fight because I had been fighting, real live fighting, in the streets since I was 6 years old. So fighting was nothing for me. And they would always ask, well, why you fight so good, but you can't do katas? I said, because I have a mental block that does not allow me to do katas. So if I ever open up a school, there will be no katas allowed. I would just teach you blocks and kicks and punches and more blocks and maybe some foot sweeps. But you know, all joking aside, I'm picking on Taekwondo because I can't do what these guys can do. And they're doing the kicks and they're in circles and they're do. Okay, for dojo, again, it has a medicinal purpose for it. This damn thing keeps fucking attacking me. It's for cars. And I don't have leather seats. I don't even know why I have this. But anyway, it keeps attacking me. It's distracting me. So they're popping their legs up, and they're way up here, and they're running in circles. Alright. So, initially, like I said, I took Taekwondo so I could become a better fighter, catch the style, and beat people's ass who's using it. That's why I took Taekwondo. It's the same reason why I had capoeira lessons. It's the same reason why I took Kempo. It's the same reason why I took any martial art that I could learn. It's because I'm not just going to lay there and let you beat my ass because you know martial arts. I need to learn that shit too. And you can never have enough weapons in your arsenal. You can never have enough. Now when you're doing martial art fighting, there's no such thing as enough weapons. But for Taekwondo, I learned that everybody loves to do that kick circle thing. And I'm thinking to myself, after they kick me that first time, if I'm still conscious, and they're doing that, you know, because there's more than one that I'm talking about. Because, you know, there's one where they just kick in a circle and they just keep going round and round and round and round and round the circle. And then there's the one where they low kick, high kick, high kick, high kick, high kick, high kick. And then they do the foot smack across the face thing. And it's like, man, if somebody smacks me in the face, I'm probably going to be pissed off and I'm going to do my best to break their fucking legs. So, you know, Taekwondo has a lot of flash. And Wushu, before 2000s, Wushu had more technique than showmanship. And Wushu, like Taekwondo, has become a showman's martial art now. And since I can no longer do Wushu, I'm going to pick on it. Just like I can no longer do Taekwondo, so I'm going to pick on it. So it is not hatefully. I'm picking on this lovingly because I, again, can no longer do it. But I see people doing stuff and I'm like, okay, if you're in a dojo, that's some good shit. But if you're in the streets, you're probably only going to get to use that kick one time. And I don't think that teachers are explaining that to people who are doing Taekwondo. I really don't think that they're explaining that to them. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, I'm 46 years old. If I get kicked in the face one time, I'll be damned. And I say this lovingly. I'll be damned if I'm going to let you do it again. Especially if you don't put me to sleep. You know, if you kick me and I duck that bitch and it comes back, because Taekwondo was famous for that crescent round hook kick thing. I'm probably not saying it right, but Donnie Yen does it a lot. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go view one of Donnie Yen's movie, because it's basically a crescent kick, but he stops up here and swings it over. The guy ducks, and Donnie comes right back. So that's a good one to look for. If you're a Donnie Yen fan, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Because everybody's been sleeping on Donnie Yen except for over in Asia, but over here in America, they've been sleeping on Donnie Yen. And I think Mark Dacascos does it also. I'm not going to swear to it because it's been a while since Mark Dacascos has made a movie. But, you know, for the most part, also, damn it, what is his name? He was a Kamen Rider. He was the Bat Knight. Come on, what the hell is the guy name? Matt Mall. Stop sleeping on Matt Mall. I hope he's still alive, because Matt Mall is a bad motherfucker. And don't sleep on Ernie Reyes Jr. either, because he also does some cool ass shit. Anyway, with the Taekwondo, with the Flash, you know, there's nothing wrong with Flash if you're making a movie. There's nothing wrong with Flash in a dojo. But if I'm 46, so if you kick me in the face, boom, boom, and you're still there, like brushing my face with your foot, if I'm not against the wall, you may get me 1 or 2 times, but you won't get me 5 or 8 times, because I'm going to sweep your other foot. Yeah, it's just that simple. I'm going to sweep your other foot, and I'm coming down right on top of you with an elbow to the crotch. And then I'm going to hit you in your throat because you've already beat my ass so bad that I have nothing left to lose but a victory. So, Taekwondo, Wushu, they've become more showman martial arts, and they have a whole lot more flash these days than technique. Now, before I end this video, and before I piss off everyone on earth who does Taekwondo. There are some Taekwondo things that are super fucking cool. And I say this lovingly because I know in real life you will never get the chance to do that whole rotation, kicking like 9 pads going up. You know, it's like do 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 do, and they're spinning when they're going up. And I'm like, okay, if you're gonna do that to deter me from fighting you, I'm going to tell you this: on your worst day, you will not pull that off in a street fight. If you're fighting one guy, you're not going to pull that shit off. You're fighting multiple guys, that'll be some unexpected shit that might save your ass. But you're fighting one guy, and a guy who knows what the fuck he's doing, all the spinning and kicking in the world is not going to save you if you miss. And that's a factor that I think every teacher should teach as a martial artist. You know, it's a high probability that you can miss. And missing can cost you. Not just anything, but everything. And I think the reality of martial arts is that people don't teach you the fundamental differences of fighting in the streets versus fighting in a dojo versus making a movie. Alright? So since I've pretty much done them all except for fighting in a dojo, because a lot of dojos don't just let you walk in and fight, you know, not freely. So you can't like go in there and say, I'm a black belt, and next thing you know, you're in. It doesn't work like that. You actually have to have your credentials, you have to have your documents, you have to sign up. And I could be wrong on this, but this is what I was taught back in the 90s. And then some guys that I follow on Instagram is like, you didn't need a black belt to open up your own school. I was like, that's not what I was told. So I've been like shortchanged on a lot of shit. But anyway, that being said, you know, because I've beaten a few black belts, so I'm kind of upset with myself not knowing this, not knowing where to go, not knowing who to talk to. You'd be surprised at the shit you can learn on the internet. Because I'm surprised at the shit that I learn on the internet because I don't like technology. But anyway, you know, if you can recognize a style, whether it be BBJ or BJJ, whatever the fuck you want to call it, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Gracie's fighting, whether it's Kempo that Jeff Speakman does, or whether it's Aikido that Seagal does, or Karate that Van Damme does, or any Kung Fu that Jet Li, Sammo Hung, Jackie Chan, Mark Dacascos, Chuck Jeffries, Gary Daniels, Olivier Gruner, Scott Atkins, Michael Jai White, myself, and any other martial artists out there, you have to understand the reality of getting hit. Whether it be a kick or a punch, that shit hurts. And sometimes you go to sleep. Alright, so try to remember that. And if you're going to teach martial arts, do this shit for real. You know, don't teach somebody that they're going to go into a fight and never get hit. And don't teach somebody that they're going to go in a fight and not feel pain, because that's like straight bullshit. Now, there is an iron body technique, so I have to kind of be a little bit of a hypocrite on that, because I had an iron body style where I could take so much of a beating before my ass caves in and then I'm hurt. But yeah, there's always that. So that being said, I'm going to go to the last video of the night, and you guys should stay tuned.